Starshine friends. In our last video, when we were out to the Stone Gate orchard, I said that I was going to do a video on drying apples. So this is going to be it. I am not using the apples that I bought at the orchard. They were Honey Crisp and they are oh so delicious. So we have a friend who has a dairy farm outside of town, and she also has some apple trees, and she brought over some apples. So that is what I'm going to be using today. And she brought over quite a pail of them, as did her daughters. Now I have 2 pails of apples, so I've really got to concentrate on getting some done. But this is how I do it. It's my dehydrator is not the best. It's very slow, but it makes delicious dried apples. So I just wanted to do a video and show you how I do that. So I go ahead and I take an apple and I put it on the peeler like this. And maybe I should move my bowl of lemon juice, because we will soak that to keep the apples from getting too dry. Too brown, I should say. And then you just roll it like this. And I will do a close-up on this in just a few minutes. But this makes it so easy. And you just keep twirling like this. Once you get going, it's really easy. And then you pull it out. So you have the core. Actually, it's a pretty perfect core. Look at that. And then you have this spiral apple. And only like the edge, the very edge, does the skin stay on, but you can certainly use that. So I'm going to bring over the bottom of the tray and spray it with all of these little holes. You really need to have it sprayed so it doesn't stick, because otherwise washing can be a nightmare. So I always try to give myself a little break and spray it. And then we just cut it in half and then put the slices on the tray. And you can get quite a number on here. And then how many trays do I have? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 trays. So I won't make you go through the whole thing, but I will do the first one, show you how it's done. And this is relatively inexpensive drying unit. It's years old, and I think back then we paid, I don't know, $40, $50 for it. So they're probably a little more now, but it certainly does do a great job. And let me do another one. And you can put them pretty close together. So I think I will do that. Now, it will probably take 20 hours to dry all of these trays. Now, it varies because some apples are softer than others. So, of course, the softer apples won't take as long. But then the harder apples do take longer. But we'll see how this first tray goes, because all the apples that were given to me are the same kind. I have to find out what kind they are. I forgot to ask. But we're going to do another apple. Like this. Let me put that on here. Except, you know what? I have this bowl of lemon juice for a reason. So you know what? This will only take a second, because actually these are like real life videos, and they're not going to ever be anything perfect. So I'm just going to take them off and soak them, because as you know, apples will not turn dark as quickly. And with 7 trays to do, by the time I got to number 7, it could be pretty dark if I did not soak them in lemon juice. It does not affect the flavor whatsoever. What I like to do with these is at Christmas, when I mail out packages, put dried apple slices in the box along with a couple sticks of cinnamon, so that when the recipient opens up the box, you get this whiff of home, just home. And I love it. I love doing it. People love getting it. And it's just a fun little touch that doesn't take very long. And people who donate the apples are excited to know that that's what I do with them. And some just want to pass that along to you. Maybe you'd like to do that too. So I'm just going to put these in here and do the next apple. So sorry about that little bit of confusion, but I'm only human. Okay, so here we go. Sorry about that. I had to move this back. That would help. Okay, here we go. It's been a year since I've used this apple peeler, so it's just going to take me a second to figure it out. If I got another apple peeler, I would want one that would really, really stick on the table, on the cutting board, on the island. This one does not, but if you hold it, it works out pretty good. But I'm taking off the core again. Give these to the squirrels, by the way. They're very appreciative this time of year to get something that wonderful and delicious. I did that yesterday, and it didn't last long on the porch. So let's just put them in lemon juice here, and kind of rub it around a little bit, and put that in. Okay. While I'm doing this, I did actually come up with a couple apple facts, and because I can't remember them, hanging out this piece of paper that has some apple facts. Like, apples originated in Central Asia east of the Caspian Sea. By 1500 BC, apple seeds have been carried throughout Europe. So these guys have been around for quite a while. Greek and Roman mythology referred to apples as symbols of love and beauty. Now, this is the interesting part. There are over 2,500 varieties of apples grown in the United States, and 25% of apples contain air, or apples consist of 25% air. I guess that was a better way of putting it. I guess I didn't say that too well the first time. Honeycrisp, as I mentioned at the last video, is a perfect apple for snacking and is the preferred apple for Minnesota people. And after having a couple of those apples that we bought at the orchard, yeah, I'm a believer. Those are great apples. And as I said, these videos are not going to be perfect. That was Muddy, who just barked. And you may hear from Muddy long before his actual video that I said I was going to do to introduce you. But I'm hoping for the best here, that I can get going without him barking too much. So here we go. I think this is a great first tray, actually. And what then I do is sprinkle it with cinnamon, like this. So in the end, you know, it's kind of messy, but that's what makes it fun. And like that. Okay. And then this will be the bottom tray. Oops. Gotta make sure everybody gets some. This will be the bottom tray of the dehydrator. And then we go with tray number 2. said, I'm not going to make you go through this whole thing. But when I get this done, there's settings on there. I'll put it on high for, like I said, approximately 20 hours. And I will come back tomorrow and show you what they look like when they're dried. In the meantime, I'll make a close-up of the apple peeler for an apple or two, so you get a better idea of how wonderful these things are, that you don't have to stand there and cut them up. I did that one year. It took forever. Don't recommend that unless that's what you want to do. And I will be back in just a few minutes. Okay. Take 3 on the close-up of the apple peeler. You press down the lever right here to bring this shaft back to the beginning, and you insert the prongs, which is pretty easy because they're kind of sharp, so be careful. And then you just start twisting until you get to the peeler part. Now it's nice, and I'm glad this one is a bit brown, is you have this in this compact spiral shape. Now there is a brown spot right here. So all I have to do is just take this and cut that out. How easy is that? And then all I do is break it apart and put it in the lemon juice. And then we can do multiple apples this way without having to worry about the ones already cut turning brown. Let me do one more, just in case you missed that. And don't want to hit replay. Okay, one more. Here we go. Put the lever, pull that back. Kind of put the bottom part, not the top, but the bottom part on here, like that. And then you just start turning. I can even go this way. Turn. And the mechanism that peels does expand, so you can put different size apples in. Looking like I can get some pretty big apples in here without too much trouble. This one does not have any brown spots, so we can go ahead and just put that in the lemon juice. So I'm going to do all 7 trays and put them on to dry. And I will see you tomorrow when these are done and show you what it's like and show you how I package them to give as gifts, in addition to what I want to do for Christmas gifts, because I have probably, I would guess, 75 apples to do. So thank you for joining me. This has been fun, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, it's been about 20 hours since the apples have been drying, so we are ready to go ahead and put them up on the island and see what we got. Thank you. So taking off the top, you are going to notice that my husband, over the last 20 hours, has snitched the first tray. Okay, so what I would like to do with these, and this is just one suggestion, is to put these in a bag for giving out as a gift. And thanks to my husband, that's all the first tray. So let me just put that over here. And this is what a full tray is supposed to look like. So just to get that in context. When I did the video on the Stonegate orchard, I had bought 3 stickers and asked if you would like to have stickers to let me know, and that I would get them to you. So congratulations to Diana, Carol, and Ashlyn. They are the 3 recipients of those stickers that I bought. So just to kind of show you a little bit here, plus just to make it kind of nice, take a cinnamon stick like this and put it in here. And what a nice little thinking of you gift. I had also made the suggestion yesterday, was when you are packaging Christmas gifts to mail, just randomly put these in the box. And when the box is opened up, it smells so, so good. And people continually tell me that's what they remember about my Christmas boxes. Not so much the presents, I guess, but about the smell of the apples. Plus, while it's dehydrating, it pretty much drives you crazy. So I have probably another entire week of doing all of these because I have so many apples that I need to do. But it's going to be fun. Now that the weather's a bit cooler, the leaves are falling, and we're drying apples. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I hope that you too can come up with some ideas about how you can use apples during this fall season. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again the next time. Bye.